You're watching First Alert 7 News at 9 on the CW and live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
My biggest blessing is what I would say is Midland County Livestock Association is.
It's time for the Midland County Livestock Association's annual Backyard Bash. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're talking about how the event benefits local students and how you can attend. Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks to those of you joining us live on our YouTube. I'm Lauren Munt, and we start tonight with some new details for you. Yesterday, we told you about a 6-year-old from Andrews who was killed in a hit and run at 6 a.m. Today, we've got some footage to show you of the cars that police believe hit the child. APD is asking for the driver of the second car to come forward. The white truck that you see there has already been identified, but the black crossover type vehicle was the second to hit the boy. Reminder that this is in the area of South Main Street and Avenue E, and anyone with information is encouraged to call Andrews Police or message their Facebook page. And Tuesday evening, Brewster County deputies arrested and charged an undocumented migrant during a traffic stop in Terlingua. Deputies searched Eduardo Guadalupe Villa Caballero's car and found a small amount of narcotics and a firearm, and that he was in the country illegally. He was taken into custody and charged with possession and unlawful carry of a weapon. He'll answer for those charges and then be referred for his immigration violations. And in Midland, 54-year-old Tony McCoy was sentenced to 40 years in prison for sexual assault. According to the Midland County District Attorney's Office, on July 3, 2022, McCoy sexually assaulted a woman while he was visiting an acquaintance's house. McCoy has been incarcerated 2 other times, which upped his sentencing to be at least 25 years in prison and up to life in prison. A jury sentenced him to 40 years, and he must serve at least half of that sentence before there is a possibility of parole. And UTPB will host their Bright Star Memorial Sunset Service on Tuesday, August 29th at 8 p.m. There will be a ceremony and time to reflect as the victims of the August 31st, 2019 shooting are honored. The memorial will be at the Bright Star Memorial site located on the UTPB campus off of Loop 338. And a developing story for you now. On November 5th, the Midland City Council will hold a special election. But the item on this ballot has nothing to do with political candidates. Instead, if voted for, it would give unused land to the Midland Soup Kitchen, free of charge. This vacant portion of Hidalgo Park actually used to belong to the Midland Soup Kitchen, but the previous owner wasn't using the space, so he gave the land to the city.
That land is going to be able to help us expand what we're currently doing at our current location. It's something that where we sit currently, our parameters are absolutely maxed out, and we're no longer able to expand in any way.
Now, years later, the Midland Soup Kitchen is at full capacity, and they're looking to grow. Once November comes around, the Midland Soup Kitchen is hoping to have the support from the community to make that expansion possible.
When we received this property, the city of Midland came together to turn it into what it is today. And so to have the support of them this coming November is going to be huge for us. What we do is a community effort. And so without the help of the community, then we couldn't do what we do on a daily basis.
The park structure that's already at the Hidalgo Park will not change. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom, it was a hot one today. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow. Tell us more.
Yeah, right now, though, we are tracking a couple of thunder showers moving across Andrews County. We'll take a look at that first off on our live radar. Seeing that, again, this activity has prompted a significant weather advisory to be issued covering northern portions of Ector County from around Goldsmith over towards the Gardendale area and into Andrews County, as we're seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms continue to move off to the south. Again, the biggest threat could be some winds up to 50 to 55 miles an hour, some lightning strikes, and some heavy downpours as this activity moves off to the south. There's an outflow boundary out ahead of it. Could kick up some gusty winds right across the Midland-Odessa area here over the next few hours. Trace amounts of rain in Andrews, 73, 100 so in Alpine. from a thunder shower earlier this afternoon, and temperatures were hot today. Plenty of triple digits across the area. Currently, we're seeing those temperatures cooling off to 79 with the thunder shower activity in Andrews, but still hanging on to the mid-90s across the Permian Basin. And we're going to be looking at higher humidity levels into the overnight hours. That'll help keep temperatures up a little bit, only dropping down into the mid-70s.
Thank you, Tom. I've got some education news for you now. Today, Michael Booker, who currently serves as the school board member for District 1 for MISD, has announced that he's running for re-election. In a post made on Facebook, he said, in part, quote, "Serving our students, teachers, and families has been an honor, and I am eager to keep working towards a brighter future for our schools." And 3 higher education institutes in the Permian Basin gathered at the Bush Convention Center today to give a state of education. The major talking point today was how institutions like Midland College, UTBB, and the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center connect their students from their classes to the workforce. Each school had the opportunity to show off the programs that they have that train students for jobs in the Permian Basin.
You know, we even talked about the connection with quality of place and development. That all has an important key component to keeping people here. We need to give people the opportunity to live and grow, raise their families, but also get a great education at the same time.
The educators in attendance also talked about how it's never too late to go back to school and further your education. And Midland ISD is working to save taxpayer money, and they've approved a plan that saves over $35 million. The district is paying down its debt to save money in the long run, and in July is approved the deficits of part of its outstanding debt from before Series 2024. MISD has done this at different times over the past decade, and since 2012 has saved over $92 million in total. And also in Midland, earlier this week, we told you about the Young Women's Leadership Academy's new outdoor learning greenhouse. You're looking now at pictures of the opening ceremony for that facility. The outdoor classroom features water conservation and irrigation plans, and it'll be used as a volunteer space for community engagement. And if you're looking for something to do this weekend and you want to support local students, head to the Midland County Livestock Association's 5th annual Backyard Bash. This event started as a way to help students earn money for their future during COVID-19, and it's grown every year since, meaning the MCLA needed to find a space big enough for this year's bash.
But by moving it to the Horseshoe, we wanted to make it so that it was more accessible for the general public. And we're selling tickets right up until the show starts.
Last year, this Backyard Bash raised around $100,000 for almost 300 students a part of MCLA, making it their most successful year yet.
For everyone, it's been a total blessing. It gives a little bit more reassurance that there's funds there that can help out.
This year, the event will include live and silent auctions, plus a performance by Aaron Watson. Ticket information can be found up on our website. That's firstalert7.com. And yesterday we told you briefly about a local musician who's building her own guitar. Today, First Alert 7 spoke with the UTBB student, and we've got an in-depth look at why she started this musical journey. Lutherie, which is the art of making, designing, adjusting, and repairing stringed instruments, is complicated. Mariah explained that every measurement must be exact because even small miscalculations can affect the sound quality, and the process is a long one.
Definitely prepping for a recital in general. There's a lot of just months of practicing nonstop, and then building the instrument on top of it. So definitely it'll be very rewarding. It's like, oh, this is it. I finally did it.
The choice of wood also plays a critical role in determining the instrument's tone. Mariah's guitar features more than 5 different types of wood, including Sitka, spruce, cedar, walnut, and ebony.
You have the neck, but then you have the fretboard. So the neck is on the guitar I'm building is made of mahogany, and then this other colored wood here, the fretboard, will be out of ebony. That is just for aesthetic.
Mariah began building her guitar in May, and she plans to complete it by early November, just in time for her senior recital. Some environmental news for you now. A Presidio teen is working to make his community a little greener. It all started in 2018 when he founded Project Home Leaf with the original goal of planting trees in and around his environment. Ramon Rodriguez says when he was younger, he noticed that people weren't hanging around community spaces, And as he got older, he started going to Presidio City Council meetings where they talked about the need for more trees. He decided that that was a job for the youth in his community to tackle.
We're made up of eight, and this is the original members. You know, we were back in high school when we started brainstorming this. So when it finally came to reality, we even went through the hassle, doing paperwork at a very young age. We needed a lot of guidance, but we were able to establish it.
Today, Project Homeleaf is a registered nonprofit, and it hosts events around West Texas communities. These events include tree planting, building community gardens, and even a climate summit. Looking in the community now, the Midland Humane Coalition's Maybe Animal Rescue Center grand opening is happening this weekend, and we here at First Alert 7 got a sneak peek at the center. Take a look. You can see the newly remodeled facility, and it will allow the Humane Coalition to expand its reach and help them reach more animals. There are puppies, older dogs, kittens, cats, and the rescue helps relieve West Texas pounds when they start to hit capacity.
We're in between Midland and Odessa. I think it is important for both cities to be able to lean on us.
They're really good dogs. We train them, but I'm excited for everyone to come take a look. You know, what their support has done for us. It helps us. It boosts our confidence. And
the grand opening is open to the public this Saturday, August 17th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And families come eat some food and meet the animals. The Maybe Animal Rescue Center is on Highway 80 in Midland. Coming up, we've got more pigskin previews for you, and this time it's a look at the Forsan Buffaloes. That story and more coming up next here at 9. All right, we are officially 2 weeks away from high school football season, and some games will be played on August 29th. One of the teams will be the Forsan Buffaloes when they face Cahoma in the Howard County Bowl at 7:30. The Buffaloes have been selected to finish first in their district in Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. And the team finished first in district in 2023 and looks to repeat and go further in 2024. First Alert 7 Sports Director Jair Brooks Davis reports.
If the Forsan Buffaloes want to be district champions once again, it's going to need to start with their offensive line as they return 4 of their 5 starters from last season.
We do a lot of stuff that's different. DeMarion, Jack Nichols, Colden Averett, Ethan Buskey, and Brennan Wash is a sophomore that was on the JV last year. He will probably be our starting center, and he's done a good job stepping in so far. And then we have a couple other seniors too that give us some great added depth.
And that offensive line is going to help protect Nicholas Holloway, who returns at quarterback for the Buffaloes.
He's a really good leader. He's got a really good grasp of the offense. He makes really good reads, really good decisions, and he's been. We've got a couple of talented young quarterbacks behind him that he's been a good mentor for, and they're gonna learn from him, and it's going to be a valuable experience for them as well.
Senior Houston Stockton returns at running back, but who else will be in the mix?
Braden Cervantes, he's really good. He's really fast. And then my twin brother Marcus Holloway, and then maybe Aiden Holmes or Colt Nichols or someone like that.
The same names on offense will play a role on defense under new coordinator Jay McCook.
He has brought a little bit different look to the defense, and the guys are doing a really good job of learning new stuff, and it's been exciting to watch.
According to Dave Campbell's Football Magazine, Forsyth is predicted to finish at the top of the district, but Coach Phillips has his eyes set for something more.
We want to take it further. We want to see if we can play longer into the playoffs, still win a district championship, hopefully, and if we're blessed enough and work hard enough. But we want to make a bit deeper playoff run.
And across the state, Lubbock is hosting the 140th USA Archery Target Nationals and the 2024 U.S. Open. Take a look. This national tournament featuring Olympians will be at the Burl Huffman Athletic Complex, and it was all made possible thanks to an organization called Lubbock Sports, which helps promote Lubbock for these kinds of events. The tournament brings in athletes from all across the world to compete against one another with hopes to climb in the ranks for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics.
When they do that and they turn around and they're smiling and they're happy, like, that was awesome, that's it. I mean, that's what we're in sport for. That's what we should do with, anything in life, is to do what you have a passion for. And so when I see people just enjoying themselves, there's nothing like it.
The third day of the U.S. Archery Target Nationals kicks off tomorrow morning at 8 at Burl Huffman Park, with the athletes warming up at 7:30 a.m.
Still tracking a couple of thunder showers across Andrews County this evening. We'll get you up to date on that. Talk about how hot it got today and how hot it's going to get. All that coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, taking a look at the live radar first off, I want to get you up to date on the last of the scattered showers and thunder showers. We're talking about this right across parts of Andrews County. Now, over the past 30 minutes, it has really started falling apart. We're not seeing the lightning quite like we were, but there is an outflow boundary coming out of the south and southeast of this. It may stir up some wind, a little bit of dust across the Midland, Odessa area, but the bulk of the rain, though, is still up in portions of Andrews County, and it looks like that storm, again, is starting to wind down. And this is a look at the live iCam in Andrews, where we're still seeing some raindrops coming down, but not seeing the lightning quite like we were there. Things have cooled off to 79 in Andrews, kind of like the mountain areas that cooled off from thunderstorms that produced 3/4 of an inch of rain in Alpine. Currently at 76. Everybody else, though, hanging on to some 90s out there. And we're going to see a lot more heat in our forecast. Big reason why is this storm system up here across the plains is going to push off to the north and northeast. This area high pressure has kind of moved east into the southeast U.S. That's going to push west back into Texas, I should say, and it's going to strengthen a little bit, and it's not going to go anywhere for a while. So it's going to bring some triple-digit heat back into our forecast, and it looks like very dry conditions as we've got the tail end of this trough again, kicking off some scattered showers and thunder showers up across the Red River Valley there, and even in far west Texas we have a couple of thunder showers near El Paso at the present time. As temperatures across the state today were rather hot across most areas into triple digits, and your futurecast shows everything gone by midnight. And then we have isolated showers and thunder showers. Could see a few more pop up into the mountain areas once again and across southeast New Mexico. This model puts a little bit across the Permian Basin, but I don't think we'll see a lot across the area other than just hot conditions. Tonight, temperatures into the mid to upper 70s out there across the area. Tomorrow, there's those triple digits once again, area wide except for the mountain areas tomorrow afternoon. And your first alert 7-10-day forecast again showing plenty of heat, plenty of triple digits on the way, all the way through the weekend, continuing through next week with not much in the way of rain chances anytime soon.
Up next here at 9, we're talking about how you can travel the world on a budget. The details next. Taking an international trip can be costly, and it takes a lot of planning. But don't just focus on items like airfare and hotels. There are many additional costs that you need to budget for, and they can sneak up on you. In today's Consumer Watch, Patrick Cornell talks to an expert on the best ways to plan for things like foreign transaction fees, international cell phone plans, and travel insurance.
Planning an international trip in the near future? It's not just the big ticket items that you need to plan for.
There are a lot of sneaky expenses that will make your upcoming trip more expensive.
Sarah Rathner, a travel and credit cards expert with NerdWallet, says one of the big ones is foreign transaction fees.
If you pay for items with a credit card, those are typically around 3% of any purchase you charge. So that's going to add up fast. Use a credit card when you travel that charges a 0% foreign transaction fee.
When it comes to cash, order foreign currency from your bank or get it at the ATM at your destination. Never get it at the airport where exchange rates are the worst. And if you're swiping your card, always choose to pay in the local currency so it's your bank handling the exchange rate. Another sneaky cost, international data and roaming charges.
Don't just use your phone without thinking about it. That's how you get slapped with a really expensive surprise bill after you get home.
Rathner says you must check what your current cell phone provider offers in terms of international plans and figure out the best way to make calls and check your map apps before you leave. Another great money-saving tip, make those credit cards work for you. When choosing a card, find one that offers multiple benefits like no foreign transaction fees, rental car coverage, insurance for trip cancellation or interruption, and luggage protection.
Credit cards are more than just a way to pay for things. The features and benefits that they offer make them, in some ways, a partner in your travel.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Well, just about done with the isolated showers and thunder showers this evening. We got a lot of heat on the way and dry conditions. In fact, we'll see a streak of triple digits that'll last all the way through the weekend and all the way through next week. And it looks like really the month of August, we're going to see temperatures at or close to triple digits all the way through the 31st. There's no real changes in the forecast and no significant chance of rain anytime soon.
All right, so hot and dry.
Yeah. About
Sounds
what you
about right
expect.
for West
Yeah.
Texas. Thanks for joining us. We've got more news coming up tonight on First Alert 7 News at 10.